నమస్తే అందరికీ నమస్కారములు నమో నమః శుభోదయం today is another a very good day for us and we are on 5th day of our lectures on Mahabharata and this is the 38th lecture in the series of webinars on Sanatana Dharma course. So we'll request Jay Prakash ji to sing Vande Mataram. After that Prarthana, then we will continue with our lecture.
Om Shri Mahaganadipataye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sitalam Sasya Syamalam Mataram. Vande Mataram. Suprajyosna pulakitayaminim pullakusumita drumadala sovinim suhasinim sumadurabashinim varada sukadam varadam mataram vande mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. Ananthanji, please chant Prarthana for all of us.
Hari Om. 1 minute meditation. Let us close our eyes. Relax our body. Total concentration on breathe. Watch the breath like a person standing by the side of a seashore, watching the waves. Give auto suggestion to your body, your mind. Another 1.5 hours. Mind should not entertain any other thought other than class. Hari Om. 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 Gananantva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavin Kavinamupamasravastamam Jashtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvannoti Dasadhanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebirvajinivati Dhinam Avidyavatu Vagdevye Namaha. Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroho Matirasti Gurau Mama Pahi Guru. Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalaspatikakrutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
ధన్యవాదములండి. So now let us request Nagaraja Rao garu to continue. Today is the last day.
शुक्लां वरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Good morning to all of you. Shubhodaya. Today Mahabharata series, that is a fifth. So it is called as a series, it is a fifth class, last day. Anyway, the ultimate objective of Veda or Upanishad is that attaining moksha, that is important. Because we are having four Purusharthas we are having, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha we are having. But here Purusharthas, if we carefully observe Purusharthas, there is Dharma is there, Artha is there, Kama is there. The Swarga is not there here. Then again we are going to Moksha only we are going. Where is Swarga? Because everybody will be telling, I want to go to Swargaloka. Like that only people will be telling. But where is Swargaloka? Swargaloka is totally absent here. But how this is so? This Swargaloka has not been embedded into this the Purusharthas. Why it is not so is here? Swarga or Naraka, whatever it may be, all those things are actually combined in Kama only. It is a desire for going to Swargaloka, desire for going. There, of course, there is no desire for going to Narakaloka, it will not be there. Desire for going to Swargaloka will be there for anybody for that matter. So normally people will be equating Swargaloka or Moksha, maybe one and the same, something of that nature, unless you have the differentiating capacity, or you should have the clear picture of what is meant by Swarga, what is meant by Moksha. These two things are to be distinguished. And how people are attaining these two things. There are some people who go to the level of Swarga, remain there only, don't aspire for Moksha. There are some people who want to go beyond it and they want to attain Moksha. These are the two contrasting things are there here. Of course, these two things, and today, because Mahabharata, the very purpose of Mahabharata is propagating the essence of Dharma. The gospel of Dharma has to be spread. The Sanatana Dharma has to be spread across all sections of the people. That is the idea of Veda Vyasa scheme of things. Not only Veda Vyasa scheme of things, it is a scheme of things of the ancient rishis, particularly Valmiki Ramayana, Vedopa Brahmanarthaya, like that they will be writing. The whatever that is there in Vedas, those are to be known to the common people. And that is why only they will be telling Prabhu Samhita, Veda, like that they will be telling. Vedas will be telling in the form of a king. It will be ordering, you do this, you don't do this. Like this, it will be ordering. Then there are Itihasa, they will be telling in a better fashion. And then Kavyasa, that is called, they will be telling in a common people sense, they will be bringing out a case study and they will be bringing out. And ultimately, there are Kavyas are there, they are Kanta Samhitas, they call it. Kanta Samhitas means like a beloved wife or husband coming there and telling, and what is curtain lectures, what we can call in English, like that they will be telling something of that nature, and we hear it, and what we do is that normally we follow it. Kanta Samhitas, that is Kavyas, like that it is mentioned. All this purpose of all these is that ultimately the essence of Vedas and Dharmas are to go to the common people. People will be understanding by understanding the story. This is the idea here. Here today, also all these days we were discussing Rajaniti, we were discussing on some day traditions, we were discussing on one day, and we were discussing the introduction, total picture of Mahabharata on one day. Like that, we are going on different themes. We are going today. Maybe the theme is a little bit Vedanta. Vedanta is difficult to tell and difficult to understand also both, unless we are having some knowledge of Vedanta earlier. Anyway, let us try to understand it in a simple language. Simple language means instead of telling the jargonic language of Vedanta, let us try to understand what is meant by moksha, swarga and all this is in very simple form. Very simple form. So that what will happen, this will become a base. And here, please assume that maybe most of you may be knowing all these things, and all of you may be knowing all these things, because all our elderly people are sitting here. Everybody must be knowing what is meant by Swarga, what is moksha, and all these things. Still, because I happen to be here to give a lecture, I assume that all the people, or majority of the people, may not be having that knowledge to distinguish these two. In that premise only we have to proceed. Otherwise, what will happen here? In teaching, we will be coming across pedagogy and andragogy. We will be telling pedagogy is something which we teach for the children. Children means maybe even to the age of postgraduate or degree students or whoever it may be. People will be of equal age will be there. The level of maturity will be almost same only. And then the teacher will be coming and giving him some lecture. They will be giving. Then what will it is called pedagogy, and some sort of knowledge continuously they will be giving. All people will be observing in different ways. They will be observing. Maybe maturity levels are almost same, something of that nature. But here, andragogy is something wherein maturity people will be there. Some people will be having a lot of knowledge in Vedanta. Some people may be having a lot of knowledge in Jyotisha. Some other people will be having deep knowledge in some other aspect, and all these persons. The audience is quite wide. Age wise also different. Maturity wise also different. For these people, what will happen? Unless the speaker assumes that all the people are equal plane, he cannot able to deliver. He cannot deliver a lecture in a proper fashion. So assuming that we are still learning in that fashion only, I am telling, because if I don't feel that I am the greatest person to tell something of this nature, because it is a great subject. Vedanta is a very great subject. Normally, it is very difficult to tell also, difficult to understand also. Assuming that we are on the some plane we are there, over which we need to have a better picture. Of course, already we are having the knowledge, a better picture if want, or you can correct me at the end of the lecture. So this may not be correct. Vedanta says something different. This is also fine for me, no problem, because it is actually interacting way of discussion, and ultimately what will happen? Some sort of ideas will be coming and collaborate, and then ultimately we will be coming out with a better picture will be coming out of this lecture. This is the idea behind this lecture. And then here today I would like to tell again the way one is called Yayati story. I would like to tell, and also I would like to tell a story of Mudgala. Mudgala Maharshi. Mudgala Maharshi. Everybody must be knowing Mudgala Maharshi. Maudgalya Sagotra. There are some people, majority of the people will be having that Maudgalya Sagotra Udbhavasya. Like that it is there. They will also be there. So many rishis we are having. Now in that Mudgala rishis story also, it's a very popular story in Mahabharata. We come across in Vanaparva. Yayati story, of course, we will be coming across in different other places also. We will be coming across Adi Parva also. It is there. Subsequently, it is there. Vanaparva it is there, and some other place also it is there. So broadly, Ayati story, when I am beginning to tell Ayati story, I am not discussing Ayati's story of his Grihastha Shrama. That is entire thing, I am leaving it out. Because it is a very big story. Very big story. Ayati story itself will be taking 2 days, something of that nature. And that entire thing I am leaving. Only thing is that I am just telling about what is important for today's purpose. So Yayati story, if you begin to tell, Yayati is one of the greatest emperors of the earlier ages. and he was the son of the illustrious king Nahusha. Nahusha, everybody knows. Nahusha was a king, Indra also for some years. He was there. When he was, his marriage with Sharmishta, his marriage with Devayani, his relationship with Shukracharya, and all this is we are not discussing today. This Yayati, when he was a king, he performed innumerable number of yajnas. What is yajna ultimately? Yajna is actually, it involves charity. A lot of dhanam has to be done. By virtue of doing this dhanam, he actually, and also he was having an interest to attain a lot of merit also. Both are there here. And he was doing that yajnas. When he was doing this yajnas, by virtue of his meritorious deeds, he entered Amaravati. Amaravati, what is Amaravati? Amaravati is a celestial abode of Indra. He reached there. Since his punya was very much high, he was revered and respected by all the gods. Every god was coming and respected him because he was as equal as Indra. To that extent, he attained punya. He spent thousands of years in heaven. Thereafter, he went to Prajapati Loka. Thereafter, he went to Brahma Loka. Lived there for so many number of years. And it so happened that on one occasion, and because his stay in heaven was too large, too many number of years he was staying. And one day Indra came to him and he was inquiring, my dear Yayati, you have come here for so many number of years. You have been there either in the Indra Loka or Prajapati Loka or Brahma Loka, like that, all higher planes of world you are staying here. What is your strength? Oh, what is the punyam you have got? Is there any person upon the world who has attained better merit than you? Like that he was asking. He was provoking Ayati. Ayati, a little bit, he was also elated. And he started telling, my dear Indra, I have not seen any person so far in this world. Not only in this world, it is called either Gandharvas, gods, or any other loka as me in the matters of tapas and also in the matters of yajna. That is what he told. When he told like that, what happened? No? Suddenly, Indra sensed that you have started developing ego. Ego means here, ego has to be understood properly in Vedantic literature. Ego doesn't mean it is actually, normally we'll be telling he is an egoistic person, we'll be telling. Egoistic means normally we call it as ahambhava, like that. He is a ahambhavic person, like that we'll be telling. In Vedanta, it is not like that. Ahambhava means actually aham means I am the doer. I am the person who has done this aspect. If that is there, that is ahambhava. Because you are doing an yajna. When you do the yajna, if you begin to tell that it is because of me only entire yajna has happened. Of course, it is also ego only, but still this is ahambhava means kartrutva bhavana. Kartrutva bhavana means this is what I have done. Because of me it has been done. I am responsible for that. In that way, if you begin to tell, this is called ahambhava. So what happened here is that because he is displaying ahambhava, Indra sense that your merit has come down. Your punyam has suddenly got exhausted. Then you believe it or not, Ayati was roaming around. When he was roaming around, and all gods who were respecting him all these years, he just looked at him and they were going away. Ayati was asking, have you recognized me? No, you don't, we don't know who you are. You are the newcomer, like that only. They were looking as if they were doing like that. Yeah, then Yayati very beautifully tells. The thing is that when I am having lot of punyam, merit I am having. Punyam, there is a equivalent word in English, I did not find it. Maybe it is there. Merit only I am using. Merit, demerit only. Merit is punyam. Demerit is papam. Maybe that is, but that may be correct or not. You understand in that fashion. Punyam instead of punyam, merit. Papam means demerit. In that way, I will be telling. Here what happened is that here he was telling that as long as I am having a lot of punyam, all people were coming and respecting me. Suddenly what happened is that my punyam got exhausted because of my ego. Then people were not recognizing me. So people just as kith and kin, they will be coming there as long as you are having money. Once the money is exhausted, they will not come to you. Very beautiful poem is also there in Telugu. It is called Eppudu Sampada Kaligina, Appudu Bandhuvulu Vatturu, Adi Etlannan Kepaluga Cheru Nindina, Kapalu Padivel Cheru Kadara Suvati, like that it is said. Maybe for English audience, it is actually the meaning, a broad meaning is that as long as you are having money, people will be coming and visiting you. Once your money gets exhausted, people will not visit you. In the same fashion, as long as you are having the punya got exhausted. Once the punya is exhausted, people will not recognize you in heaven. It is no place for heaven. So what happened is that Indra asked him to go to Martyaloka again, go back. And he was throwing away Yati, literally, to the Martyaloka. Martyaloka is the loka where we are living in. And Yati realized his mistake. He accepted the imminent fall. And then at least he requested Indra, oh dear Indra, anyway, I have realized my mistake and I am going to fall to the Martyaloka again. And with your grace and all these things, I will again perform yajnas. I will again perform yagas and all these things by virtue of all these things. Again, I try to come to Swargaloka only. I will try to come because I wanted to earn much more merit. I want to earn much more punyam, and then again I want to come back. If I want to come back like that, what is more important is that instead of throwing me to some place, at some odd place, you put me in a place, you throw me to a place wherein I can be in the presence of lot of good people. Santam Madhye Patitum Devaraja, like that he requests. Santa means the people who are satsanga, where satsanga is going on, where goshti is going on, where a lot of yajnas are going on. That type of place only. Because ambience is more important. No, that type of ambience I require. There you please put me like that. Then Indra agreed for that. And he was falling, wherein there are 4 persons who are doing great yajna, were doing in some place. And some other place we come across in Mahabharata, those 4 persons are none other than the Ayati's grandsons only, Ashtaka. There are 3 more persons are there. The 3 more persons, Ashtaka, I think Prati, Vasumitra, I believe, Vasumitra, Ashtaka, and 2 more persons are there. Anyway, that is one more story we come across. Those 4 persons were doing yajna, and Ayati was not knowing that they are his grandsons, and they were also not knowing that he was their grandfather, because he was there in Swargaloka itself for some thousands of years. He was there. By the time these people have grown, these people were born, brought up, and these people were doing yajna. This is the situation here. And again, each day in the time measurement in Swargaloka is something different from the time measurement from Martyaloka. That is also there. For us, thousands of years, maybe for one day, for them, something of that nature, there is some other calculation is there. So here, he was there in Swargaloka for so many years. So because of this reason, these persons also were not knowing that he was his grandfather. He was falling down. But his spiritual aura was so great that all these persons were asked to see his great person. Who is this gentleman who is falling down here? They were just looking at him, gazing at him, and they were asking him in the middle only, where are you, man? Where are you? You are a great person. It looks like that you are a strong spiritual aura you are having. You are falling down here. Who are you, like that? They were asking. Then he told his entire story from the beginning. From the beginning means that beginning story I have also not told you. And maybe people may be knowing this story also. All this story he told, and subsequently he was also telling that by virtue of my meritorious deeds I went to Swargaloka, stayed there for thousands and thousands of years, innumerable number of years I was there. Because of my ambava, I lost all my punyam and falling down to the earth. Like that he tells. Then he was falling down. That is why only in Bhagavad Gita we come across a famous statement, Chine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti, like that. Chine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. Once Punya is China, China means exhausted. Martyalokam Vishanti, the person has to come back to Martyaloka only. And then Ati was telling all these things. Then these people were asking so many questions they were asking. So then what are the ways of attaining heaven? What are the ways of going to, how people will be going to Narakaloka? And this type of questions they will be asking. So many questions are there in Mahabharata. Because only original text only we have to read. When we read the original text, what will happen? You will be understanding exactly where exactly we are positioned now. We are like this here. And can we attain Swargaloka at least? Whether we are destined to go to Narakaloka because of our deeds, what we are doing now. This type of discussion we come across in Mahabharata, a lot of discussion, particularly Yayati's story, we come across, lot of discussion we come across. And then they will be asking, only some aspects only I am bringing now. They were asking, what are the things that a person has to do in order to attain Swargaloka? Then he was telling, there is the greatest thing that we have to do is that penance. Penance is tapas. Tapas is again, tapas, big definition and all this is leaving all this is. Normally tapas is actually sitting alone, meditating on certain aspect and continuously concentrate on that object only and doing some sort of dhyana and also a prayer towards God, that is called tapas in a simple form only, because I told in the beginning of my lecture that we are not going deep into definitions and all this is. Tapas is more important. Then dhanam is important, that is called what we can call loosely translated into English as charity we call. Charity also it is not a right word to tell, because sometimes this English translations are very difficult. That is why recently one book has been released by Sanskrit non-translatables like that. One book has been released by Rajiv Malhotra. I was giving in the first lecture itself. There is one person who is doing a lot of research on Indology. Is called Rajiv Malhotra. He has released a book, Sanskrit non-translatables like that. One book has come out. There he was mentioning that there are certain things you should not translate. If you translate it, the meaning will be different, because the English people are not having those terminology. They don't have the epistemology or philosophy which they are having. By means of which they don't have this terminology. Because of this reason, they have put it all these things while doing translations in their own in English language when these books are translated. But you should not do like that. That is a theme the entire book goes on. Here also same thing. Dhanam means, Dhanam has a lot of significance is there. How Dhanam has to be done. Hiryadeyam, Diyadeyam, Biyadeyam. Like that, Taittiriya Upanishad, one shloka is there. And like that, it is to be done in a certain fashion. It is to be done. It is not like that, just like that, giving charity. So here, anyway, for the loose translation purpose, Dhanam, that is there. And tapas is there, charity, the dhanam is required, then calmness of mind is required, equanimity of mind is required, renunciation of desires are required, shama and dama should be there. That is what we can call antarindriya nigraha, bahirindriya nigraha, who should have. And there should be more important is that modesty. Modesty means in Sanskrit we call it is a hri, we call it. That some sort of, and even if you do great things, you should have the humility to tell that I am a tool in the hands of the God, and I am doing this, and it is He who is doing this work, and I am only a tool. Something of this nature, that three should be there, and truthfulness should be there, arjava, that is there. And ultimately, what is more important is that daya. Daya means kindness. And daya, if daya is not there, even if all other things are there, kindness to all persons, all living beings, all creatures. This is more important. These are the things, if you are having, you are supposed to reach the heaven like that. And of course, here, what happens is that all these persons then respected him. He comes there, a lot of discussions go on. Then these people were asking, what is your future plans? Then AIT was telling, because I know how to attain Swarga. Because I have done the yajnas and yagas all these years. Only because of this ahambhava I have fallen down, because I lost my merit. Once for all, whatever that has been accumulated over a period of so many years has come down, has gone in a single minute. That is why we will be telling, very beautifully we will be telling is that reaching the top is easy, but retaining the top is difficult. Normally we tell, this one we will be telling. Reaching the top is easy, but retaining the top is very difficult. Anybody can fall at any point of time. Here, because the fall is so great, because there are some people who would attain the pinnacle of perfection in their career, life, whatever it may be. Suddenly, because of a small mistake, we come across great CEOs of the companies and all these persons by virtue of what we can call a little weakness, like Ravana's weakness. What will happen is suddenly, that is why only people at the high level should be having a lot of, they should be very lot of care they should take. A small mistake is done, the small mistake will lead their fall. Here also he will be telling this, I am also like that. Now I realize my mistake. Because of realizing the mistake, I will do again Ignas and Yagas and all these things. Then Ashtaka and other four persons, I could have written down the names. Anyway, that is not there. All these four persons anyway. And they are the daughter's sons, to be frank. Ayati's daughter is Madhavi. Madhavi's story is a big story again. Very controversial story we are having. And that we are not discussing today. She is having four sons, and the four sons are Shibi. One son is definitely Shibi. Shibi is one son. Ashtaka is one son. Vasumitra is one more son. One more son I could not remember. These four persons. And by listening to his story, by listening to his greatness and all these things, they were assuring him that, "Oh Maharaj, you are the greatest person upon the earth. We believe so far. We don't know who you are. Still, we want to give our merit, whatever that we have accumulated for so many number of years, that we are pledging to you. That is pledging to you means in the sense we are giving it to you by virtue of our merits. You please go to heaven." Like that they were telling. And Yayati was telling, no, it is not like that. I am a Kshatriya. And again here see Dharma is such that in each and every Varna has to do his Dharma, he has to do. I am a Kshatriya. Anything that is accepting is only the privilege of the Brahmin only. A Brahmin is a person who you can take any number of dhanams, he can take. But a Kshatriya is not supposed to take like that. There are so many evidences of this thing we will be coming across, because sometimes Dhritarashtra was asking Draupadi on one occasion, because out of the I am telling, he was telling that, oh my dear Draupadi, you ask one boon. She asked one boon. Dharmaraja has to be given freedom from this, what is called, he lost in the game of dice. He should be given freedom, he will be asking. Then she will be asking, second, you ask some other one boon. She will be asking all Pandavas, other Pandavas. Then she will be asking some other thing, he will be asking. She will be telling, no, it is only for Kshatriya Kanta, only two she can ask. The third one she should not ask. Third or fourth one, I don't exactly remember. Whether it is distant 3 or 2, because Mahabharata is such a big book that sometimes we will be forgetting. And then 2 or 3, I believe. But beyond that, she should not ask. That is the dharma. Here also, Kshatriya person should not accept. Even retaining Rajya also something like that. He has to win over the Shatrus, that is called enemies, and then he has to attain. Otherwise, he should not, somebody is giving and you are taking, means that is not correct one. That is why we come across in Dharmaraja, Bhima, and Duryodhana, that episode, Duryodhana, Bhima, Sangramam takes place at the end of Mahabharata. At the time before that, Duryodhana was hiding in that lake. When he was hiding in that lake, Dharmaraja was coming there and he was asking him to come out. When he was coming out, Duryodhana will be telling, no, I don't have any interest in this kingdom because all my people have died and I am here. I don't want this kingdom. You only take the kingdom, like that. Then Krishna tells you something, giving and Kshatriya taking is not the correct one. It is not the way Kshatriya has to take. He has to fight with the enemy, kill him or conquer him or suppress him. Then only he has to take the kingdom. What is that giving and he is taking? What is this one? This is actually Veerabhojam. The kingdom is Veerabhojam. That is there. Like that here also same thing. The attaining of merit is also for the Kshatriyas. What he is telling is that I have to attain on my own. You are not supposed to give it. I don't want to take it. They request him, plead him, but he was not listening. At that stage, the Madhavi, his daughter, comes there. She is also a sannyasini. She comes there. When she comes there, all these sons prostrate before her, put pranams to her, and they were asking, Mother, why you have come here? Then she introduces these persons to the Ayati and Ai. She will be telling, these are now, brother, these are the sons, my sons only. These are my sons. These sons can give you their punyam. Because and that is why here also a great message is there in Mahabharata. That is, normally we will be feeling that it is only the sons who redeem you at the time of from Pitruloka by virtue of giving this Pinda Pradhana and all these things. But here And Vedas, what they tell is that it is not like that. It is not only Putras that are prominent, it is Dauhitras are also prominent. That is to be, that message has to be, that message to be spread to the common people. That is why what happened is that here the story has been built in such a way that Dauhitras, here she will be telling that they are my sons. These sons can give you their merit, their punyam they can give you. It is actually some sort of, they will be giving a tarpanam. If you give the tarpanam, it will be, the essence will be going to the Pitrus. Here also the punyam also they can give to you. The punyam you can take and you can attain heaven. Then Yayati agrees. Yes, it is dharma only, because it is dharma to accept whatever that is being given by the Ohitras. I accept it. Then each and every person will be pledging his merit to Ayati, and Ayati will go back to heaven again. And again the Indra's chariot comes there to pick him up, and he again goes to Swargaloka, and he was residing there in Swargaloka for so many number of years. Here, Ayati's story I will stop, because here what is the thing that Ayati has done is that Ayati is actually, he was doing social good by means of what we can call yajnas. Here, karma in Vedanta terminology, we have to understand that we will be doing so many actions. We will be doing, going to office, coming back, doing some activities. We will be doing. All these things are not considered as real karmas. It is nitya karmas are there, naimittika karmas are there, and social karmas are also there. There, nitya karmas is normally what you are supposed to do is that you have to do your sandhya vandan, you have to do. Then you have to do minimum devatarchana, you have to do. And morning, evening rituals, agnikarya, and all these is nitya karmas. These are actually, they are actually will not be giving any karma phala. It is only for your chitta shuddhi, purity of mind only. You are doing these activities. Then there are naimittika karmas are there. Naimittika karmas are those karmas which will be doing certain activities based on certain nimitta. Nimitta means there is once in a year you need to perform a father's ceremony or mother's ceremony. That is a nimitta. That nimitta is the on that day that is to be celebrated. There you have to do some naimittika karma, and savratam you have to do on certain particular day. That is a naimittika karma you have to do. These are the things which you are supposed to do. Normally, people will be asking, what is the time going to get? You are working for the office, means from morning 10 to 5, it is your work you have to do, then for that you are being paid. And doing whatever extra you are doing, that is more important. People will be asking, no, when you are working for offices, I have also worked so many number of offices, you also must be working in different offices. That is your basic duty you have to do. For the basic duty, you are not given extra. That is, it is your duty, for that salary is paid. But for that, what is salary here is Chitta Shuddhi you will be getting. But beyond that, if you want to attain something, Swargaloka or whatever it may be, you need to do something more, that is called Dhanam. Dhanam is how the Dhanam can be performed. You perform the yajna. If you perform the yajna, what will happen? There it involves a lot of activities will be there. You will be giving a lot of charity, you will be giving, Dhanam you will be doing, Santarpana will be happening. You will be giving that Dakshina to priests. All these things are involved in yajna. Yajna doesn't mean that you are doing certain activity. It is waste of work. Not like that. Yajna is some work which is actually being involved. It is people earlier days. The kings used to involve all the people of the entire place, and they will be performing the yajnas. Even I have also seen in my village when I was a small, maybe 10, 11 years, 12 years old at the time. Those days, you believe it or not, some 50 years back, this type of things, small ignas, these things were being done in villages by our own grandfathers only. They were doing, because by the generation of father came, some have gone. By the time we have come, we will be doing some ritual purpose only. We will be doing, it is going on continuously. But here people were doing like that. When they were doing like that, what they were doing is that it is involvement of all the people of the village. People will be coming there. Some people will be putting, they are having ghee. They will be putting all the ghee. They will be bringing them all. Curd, some people will be bringing. Some people will be bringing rice and all these things. Everything. It is a what we can call it is a cooperative endeavor wherein everybody will be contributing to the cause, and it was equally distributed again. And this was actually a social activity. It was going on. Yajna. And earlier days when kings were doing this activity, because kings were also again collecting money from the people, and from that money only they were financing all these activities. It is again meant for all the people. This is how it was going on, yajnas and yagas and all these things. So when you do so many things of that nature, what will happen is you will be attaining lot of punyam. You will be attaining as long as you are having a desire to earn punya and also doing social good. Yajna, concept of yajna, how you have to understand is that from Yayati story is that it is actually, it is in a modern terminology, if you want to tell, it is something called what we can call social entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurship, what is social entrepreneurship? You are an entrepreneur basically, and you are doing social good. At the time you are having what is called the fruit of that action you are holding to your chest. And you want that also. You want that also. At the same time, you want to do social good. That is there. But what is more important is that here, and you need to go beyond that. That is what we come across in the story of Mudgala. Here, what you want to go beyond that is that as long as you are having some self-interest, you will be doing that yajna or yaga with the intention of what is called again, I-ness will be there. I will be doing this activity because by virtue of doing this activity, I will be getting some sort of punyam. I will be getting. The punyam concept is still there because for each and every karma means that yajnam, yagam, whatever it may be, whenever you do that activity, it will result in or any bad karma if you do. Good karma will lead to punya and bad karma will lead to naraka. And that is there. When that is there, you are actually, when you are thinking that you are doing good because of the, I have done some good merit, I have meritorious deed, I have done, as long as you think like that, you are going to Swargaloka and Shirine Punya, Martya Lokam Visanti. When the Punya gets adjusted, again you come back again you have to do yajnas and yagas and all these things. It is like you are having some currency, and by virtue of that currency you go to some loka, you stay there, and as long as the currency is there, you can stay there. Once currency is adjusted, you have to come back to your own country. Here also same thing, Martya loka, you will be coming back again, do the punyams, again earn money, money is punyam, and again go to Swarga loka. This is actually going and coming back, going and coming back. This is the way it will be there. That is why this is also one of the desires. Purusharthas, because of this reason, in the beginning of that lecture I told, it is Kama and Swarga are both same and only. It is also one of the desires. That is why Swarga is not mentioned in our terminology. And when the Purusharthas are talking about moksha, what is that moksha? That is the question here. What is that moksha here? We go to some other topics, what we can call. One more story. The story is relating to a story of Mudgala. Who is this Mudgala? Have you heard of this Mudgala? Anybody has heard of this Mudgala story? Mudgala? Anybody has because somebody maybe Mudgala go through people. Maybe they're here.
You can unmute and speak.
Anybody want to? Some people are there, at least something will be there, no?
Yeah, there are people. So I think
You don't know, sir.
I don't know. Mudgala. Anyways, I will be telling. Mudgala is actually his story we come across in Vanaparva of Mahabharata. And Dharmaraja was asking so many, whoever that comes. For that matter, Mandavya Muni will be coming, and Markandeya Muni will be coming, Vedavyasa will be coming, and there are Maitreya will be coming. Like that, so many rishis will be visiting Dharmaraja because they were in the distress. They were in distress. All Pandavas were there in Vanavasa. They were visiting there, and they will be inquiring about how are you, like that. Dharmaraja was again whenever any Satpurusha comes to him, he used to ask certain questions. Only he will be asking. Then what is dharma? What is moksha? What is swarga? These type of questions he will be asking. And when Vedavyasa comes to Dharmaraja on one occasion, Dharmaraja was asking, "Oh, Tata was great grandfather. I have a doubt in my mind. The doubt is that for attaining Swargaloka and all these things, you have to do Dhanam, you have to do. That is called Dhanam, charity you have to do. And Tapas is also equally important. I would like to know which is great. In this type of discussions, very important. Which is great among these two things? He was asking. Quite interesting question. Then Vedavyasa was smiling at Dharmaraja and he was telling, "Oh, Dharmaraja, I will be telling one truth. The other thing is that, in my opinion, And again, Veda will also be not telling that this is the right one. No, this is not like that. The entire philosophy of Sanatana Dharma says that I am telling this one, you analyze it, and if you feels it is okay, okay only like that. In Bhagavad Gita also I was telling on one occasion, thing is that in the 18th chapter we come across a shloka wherein Krishna will be telling, no, this time I have told this Bhagavad Gita entire thing I have told. If you feel that it is good, you accept it, otherwise not required. And that is how, that is the greatness of the scriptures. Here also same thing he will be telling, in my opinion, Dhanam is greatest thing. Why Dhanam is greatest thing means the most difficult aspect of life is actually giving dhanam. People, majority of the people will be in distress. They will be going to different places for earning money. Hard-earned money is there, no? They will be going to different places. The most difficult thing to earn money. So they will be parting that kind of money. There are some people who work as servants in the houses of some other persons too, just for earning money. We see no, because there are people who will be working morning not only from 10 to 5, they will be working beyond that 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock throughout night also they will be working. Why we are working like that for different companies and all these things? Again, to earn money only we are doing this type of activity. After earning, having earned that great money, parting some money to other persons is the greatest task. Sacrificing such a hard-earned money, it's very, very difficult. So that is why there is nothing greater than charity. But charity is the greatest virtue, he will be telling. What is charity again? Ignas. Ignas is greatest thing that one has to do like that. He will be telling. Then he was telling the story of Mudgala. Then he was also telling that, but charity has certain limitations as far as for earning Purusharthas. The limitations also I will be telling you. At the same time, I will also be telling what is the greatness of charity. Both I will be telling you. In that way, Veda Vyasa started telling a story of Mudgala. Mudgala is a Maharshi. Mudgala is a Maharshi. And he was so poor that so poor. Why he was poor means he was not willing to earn money also. That is also there. Dehabhimana was not there for him. Extremely pious man, extremely righteous person. Life of penury, frugal means of living. In that way he was doing, and he was how he was earning something. It is called he was doing Siloncha Vritti. It is mentioned in Mahabharata. And that is called Shila Vritti and Uncha Vritti. Both are the things many places in Mahabharata. It is described like that. In olden days, Brahmins are what is a Varna, what is expected of Varna of Brahmin. Varna of Brahmin is that he has to do Adhyayana, Adhyapana. This type of things only he is supposed to do. Giving some good advice, blessing all the people. And that was karma that has been designated for Brahmina. He is not supposed to earn money like a Vaisya, because it is in Mahabharata, most of the places. The Varna, when Krishna was telling that Chaturvarnyam Maya Srushtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha, like that he will be telling Guna and Karma are the basis by means of which I am dividing the society into 4 things. And again, second line is there, which I am not discussing. That is great. That line is again a lot of clarification, commentary is there over it. Broadly speaking, 4 Varnas are there. 4 Varnas are. The first Varna is supposed to do what? Adhyayana, Adhyapana, this type of things only, Brahmins. And here, earning money and all these things are not important for them. That is the reason, in olden days, most of the persons, when they harvest paddy or harvest any other thing, groundnut or whatever it may be, they used to give it to the Swami in that particular village. Why they were giving means, the Swami will not be having any landed property. If landed property is there and he is having money and he is big samstha, matas are there, that is not supposed to be a sannyasi in Vedantic way of understanding the things. But you are accumulating a lot of things and you are having precious ashramas and all these things. Really, that will not fit into the spectrum of Vedanta. Beyond that, I don't want to comment. Here, thing is that here, Mudgala was such a poor person that he is only earning and money, and he was doing some whatever good thing he wanted to do to the society, he was doing. Shila Uncha Vritti. Shila Vritti means, Shila Vritti, we call that picking of grains in the paddy field, which is left over by the farmer. Because farmer will be coming, harvest will be done, then he will be leaving away like that. He will take whatever paddy that he can take. But still, what will happen? There are some grains still remaining on the ground, because which he is also not taking. He leaves it like that because it is not worth taking, economically not viable in the technical terminology. So he will not be taking it. Once he is not taking it and he leaves the field like that, and he will go away. Then the person who is doing Silon Chavritti will go there, pick the grain one after another, take it, and do some cooking in the house, and then it is being served to the guests, it is being served to the Atithi, and then he will be taking that one. And he is in the habit of taking food only twice in a month. That is Amavasya and also Paurnima, he used to do it. And he will be from Padimi onwards, he will be going in there and he will be picking up the grains and coming back. That is called Shiloncha Vritti. Uncha Vritti is actually, and the spikes will be there. No spikes, the gray spike consisting of the grains. Spike also is taken away by the farmer. Here and there are some spikes with a little number of grains will be still lying on the paddy field or groundnut field, whatever it may be. Then he will be picking up that spikes and he will be coming there and he was doing the uncha vritti. He will be doing. So here, this person was doing like that, and then he was picking up the grains, and then he used to cook food and he used to give it to the guests and something of that nature. His greatness has spread to such an extent that Indra was taking whatever offer he is giving to the gods, he was taking it continuously without any omission. All the time he used to be present personally. He used to take that havis, that what he is being given by this person. His fame spreads in such a fashion that it went throughout all the lokas. He was very much a known personality. Durvasa wanted to check him on one occasion. He came in the guise of a Brahmin. He visited him every time. Every Amavasya he used to come there. He used to cook the food. The entire food he used to eat and he will be going away. And again Purnima, he will come. He will eat entire thing and he will go away. Nothing is being left to this person. 6 times he came. All the 6 times what happened is that this man, with all humility, with all modesty, and without any anger in his face, and he was with all sincerity of purpose, he was serving the food to Durvasa. Then Durvasa was very much delighted. He was very much delighted and he was telling, oh Maharshi, you are really a great man. Why you are a really great man is that hunger is something, no, hunger results in forgetting dharma, that is there. Even sometimes when hunger is there, you, too much of hunger is there, you are about to die at the time, something is there. You don't give it to, you don't think of your own wife, you don't think of your children and all these persons, whether they have eaten or not. First you eat it. That is pangs of hunger, what we can call. So here hunger destroys the braveness, hunger destroys the humility in the human being, hunger destroys the intellect of the human being, but still you are following dharma. Really, you deserve the merit of going to heaven, like that he tells. The way he was just telling, by the time the Indra's chariot comes there, asking him to, Indra is asking you because you deserve to become, heaven is going to be your abode. Please come there like that. Then Mudgala was neither happy nor unhappy. Then he saw that person who came there. He was inquiring. The person was telling, you have attained all Indriya Nigram, you have attained Dhamma, Shama, Satyam, Dhruti, Shuchi, and all these things you have obtained, by means of which you have attained this loka. Please come, sit in the chariot. Then this man was not very hurry to go there and sit there and want to go to heaven, because he was inviting him, with physical body only you can come there, afterwards let us see. Then he was not willing to go. He was telling that, oh, you have come from Indra Loka, I respect you, revere you. Please tell me, and what is there in heaven? That person will be asking. That person will be telling, oh Rishi, because you know it, still I am telling you, A person with punyam alone passes through the gates of heaven. Those who render great tapas, great yajnas, those persons entry is there. Then there are atheists are there. Atheist means atheist again. Atheist anyway subject has come. Atheist means here, and there is two opinions. There are some people will be understanding the term atheist as the person who does not believe in God. It is not the correct terminology, please. What you have to understand very, very clearly is that in Vedanta, atheist means the person who does not respect Vedas is atheist. Who does not respect the pramana of Vedas is atheist. And only that is the thing. But normally we will be telling that he is astika and he is nastika. Astika means who believes in God, and astika is the person who does not believe in God. It is not the belief in God, it is the belief in Vedas. If you believe in Vedas, you are astika. That is why only the darshanas we are having, the darshanas, Buddha darshana and Jaina darshana, we call it as nastika darshanas. We call nastika darshanas means they don't respect the authority of Vedas. That is why we call it nastika darshanas. We can call here. A person, the person who has come from Indraloka, he was telling, because who can reach heaven is that the person who is doing this yajnas, dhanam and all these things only can reach the gates of heaven. And then those who are owning atheists, that is those who believe in the pramana of Gandhas, Vedas, and those who are not truthful, this type of persons will never enter into the gates of heaven. The persons who are dwelling in dharma, truth, Shuchi, Dhamma, Shama, these persons can alone go to heaven. That is speciality of heaven. It is a Sukhalokam. Martyalokam is a lokam where it is a karma bhumi, where we are staying. And that is actually Punya bhumi. That is Punya bhumi where it is karma will be done in the Martyaloka, and karma phala is enjoyed in higher lokas. That is higher loka means Swargaloka, you will be enjoying the fruits of this punyam. In Naraka, you will be enjoying the fruits of your sin. That is Papam, you will be enjoying. And this is how it is designed. And here, one more small thing is we have to clarify, because there are different interpretations here, which is Karma Bhumi. Karma Bhumi is maybe as I understood, or what I learned from my gurus is that Karma Bhumi is the entire world, I believe. But there are some people even now argue that, because argument also will tell, the criticizing persons also will be telling. What they tell is that Karma Bhumi is only Bharata Bhumi is Karma Bhumi. Other than Bharata Bhumi is not Karma Bhumi, because it is the place where all Vedas have emanated. It is the place where all great rituals can happen. It is a place where great things can happen. Because of this reason, only Bharata Bhumi is Karma Bhumi, people will be telling. But I disagree personally. But for authority purpose, I verified different places. But a clear picture I did not find it. Maybe some place it may be there, I don't know. If any scholars are there, they can, at the end of my lecture, they can also tell me if at all anything is there, any reference is there, that only India is the India, that is Bharat, is Karma Bhumi. And what I believe is that wherever karmas are being done, karma means, again I told you in the beginning, apart from Nitya Karma and Naimitika Karma, other karmas are being done. Wherever any person is doing in whichever part of the world as a whole, this is you are doing karma only. Yajna and Yaga doing in America or doing in India or doing in some other country, Canada, doesn't matter what I believe. By which if you are doing that, you are doing karmas you are doing, by virtue of which you will be attaining karma phala, that is Bhoga Bhumi is there in Swargaloka. This is anyway my submission. I may be correct or I may not be correct, because all these things sometimes we will be having. I also discuss with so many persons, of course, this aspect. Here, Karma Bhumi, this is Karma Bhumi. The person was telling, the person who has come from Swargaloka, he was telling, this is what you are now, it is Karma Bhumi, where you are doing the karmas you are doing. By virtue of karmas you have attained, now punyam you have attained. So you will be entitled to go to heaven. That is Bhoga Bhumi, where you will be enjoying, there will not be any work, there will not be any karma. You need not do any karma. You will be enjoying the fruits of karma phala. The karma phala you will be enjoying there. Once, then that is how you will be there. It is a permanent, it is, I assume that it is some sort of happiness, permanent happiness will be there. The quantum of punyam defines the time of your stay in heaven. That is also there. The much punyam is there, stay will be much more larger. Once the punyam get exhausted, what will happen? Then this man was asking, what are the demerits of heaven? Then he was telling, once the punyam is exhausted, you need to go back to Martya Loka only. It is a, but it's a Bhoga Bhumi, this is Karma Bhumi. Then again you have to do karmas. By virtue of doing karmas, if you attain punyam, then again you go to heaven. That is Yayati's case. We saw Yayati's picture. This is the idea. Mudgal heard everything. Mudgala, he hears everything. Understand the concepts. Then he was telling, oh, great personality, you have come from heaven, I respect you. But still, I do not want to come to this loka. Heaven, I don't want to come. I want to go to some other higher loka wherein there is a permanent happiness should be there. It is not the happiness is not there. Permanent happiness means I remain in with Paramatma, something of that nature. It is not again a desire. Again, because I don't want to attain more lokas also. Anyway, this loka I don't want. That is what he tells. Swarga loka is not something which I don't want to go there. I want to remain here only and do some other good deeds only. I want to do like that. And then he says like that, that person goes out. Then he was inquiring with the Durvasa only. Then which is the one which gives you much more good place. The good place you need to a good place means it is whichever which is better than Swarga Loka. Then he was telling it is Vishnu Loka is the ultimate Loka, wherein you are with Paramatma. Atma Paramatma, Veda will not be there. There you will be there, something of that nature he will be discussing. Then for that, what is the requirement? Then he was telling this is Nirmama, Nirahankara, Nirdvandva. These are some good words they have used. Nirmama means there should not be any attachment with any person of that nature. As long as your attachment, how your attachment cannot be there, you can ask. The King Janaka people will be giving the greatest example all the time. King Janaka was there. He was ruling the entire country. He was a ruler of the country. He was ruling because his activity he was doing. But there is no mamakara. Attachment is not there. Suppose somebody is going to tell today that your kingdom, you have lost the kingdom today. Yes, no problem. Attachment is not there with the kingdom. Attachment is not there. Even in the people with modesty, people will be telling that even you are working for you are in the house also sometimes, because I was telling in the beginning of my lecture that in the Vedanta when I am trying to, because Vedanta telling is difficult, by analyzing it with common examples if it is possible, because we are in the Lokika world only, we are there, because how we have to behave there like that. So normally when you are having wife, children and all these persons are there. Too much of indulging with all these things, because children will be arguing. They are already grown up people. Why unnecessarily interfering with those persons? They are already grown up. Give your advice, leave it like that. Then if they don't do it, no problem. It is their maturity levels, they will be deciding. Each person is karma phala, each person's karma bhogam, he will be enjoying. Karma phala, he will be enjoying. You are not the decider of their karmas. Only thing is that because only your duty is that you give them good education as long as they are people, they are young only. Once they attain the age of maturity, need not indulge. And then don't have too much of attachment. Something is not going to happen, leave it like that. Take it easy policy, what we can call like that is what is really that is what is required. Nirmama, Nirahankara. The I-ness should not be there, because even if you do great things also, don't feel that it is because of you that has been done. It is you, they feel that, always feel that you are only a person in the hands of the God. Something is being done. In that, humility should be there always. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana, it should be there. Why? Because if you simply pronounce like that, and if you don't have that aspect in the mind, if somebody is not recognizing something that which is great you have done, and if you are feeling like that, immediately you have to recollect, you have to, what is called, you have to correct yourself that something is going wrong. Nirahankara. Nirdvandva, that is differentiating of the people. Duality. Sanyatendriyaha, Indriya Nigraha should be there all the time. That is also there. And Dhyana Yoga Para. That is Dhyana Yoga Para means what is called, always you are in the path of what we can call Dhyana. Dhyana Yoga is important. And then Tatra Gacchati Vishnu Lokam, like that. You will be going to the Vishnu Loka in that fashion. And here, this particular thing has to be analyzed because people, there should not be any the ahankara loosely translated as ego, no attachment, no duality, and those who have conquered all these sense organs. And this is how, if you do like that, and then this is that is how a person has to realize himself. And then again, moksha is not, and if you want to understand moksha is not something that is there like heaven in some place. It is not there. Moksha is here only, Jivan Mukta, what we can call. If you come to that state of level, then you are beyond what we can call all these three things. What is called Sargaloka, Narakaloka. You have crossed that Sargaloka, Narakaloka aspect. Mudgala, Yayati, when we compare Yayati, or for that matter, Indradyumna, one more story is there. And their limited thing is that they are restrained or confined to Sargaloka. Beyond that, they are not thinking of. Of course, it is their will and wish. But Mudgala is not of that nature. Mudgala is something, what he is doing is that he wanted to be beyond that. That is thing is that even you don't want the heaven also. You discard heaven. And then you are thinking of what we can call something great. Then what the Mudgala, what he was, what he did was that with the Dhyana Yoga, very good shloka is there. And I will just show you that shloka. I will show you. 3 shlokas I have written down for this class. In one place it is there. I will just show you. What is it? Sharing. Where is the problem? Okay. I think this is the one. I think you are seeing the screen. No? The first one which I told just now, Nirmama, Nirahankara, Nirdvandva, Samyatendriya.
Not appearing on the screen, sir. Not appearing on the screen.
Not appearing. Your screen sharing. It is coming,
You-
sir. Screen sharing.
You click on that.
Not coming.
Now appearing. Now appearing.
Now appearing. Okay.
Now
No,
seen,
no, sir, it's there.
It is there, no? Nirmama, Nirahankara, Nirdvandva, Sanyatendriyaha. Dhyana yoga parasyaiva tatra gachanti manavaha, like that it is there. Is it actually? You should have a Nirmama, Nirahankara, Nirdvandva. Dvanda, they should not be there. Sanyatendriyaha. Dhyana yoga parasyaiva tatra gachati manavaha. Like that they will be telling. Then what he did, because when once he realized that one, what he did was that Dhyana yoga balam. ध्यानयोगात् बलं लब्ध्वा प्राप्य बुद्धिमनुत्तमां जगाम शाश्वतीं सिद्धिं परां निर्वाणलक्षणं. That is what he did. That is called Dhyana Yoga. He started all these days. He was Shilancha Vritti, Uncha Vritti. He was doing, distributing the food to guests at all this. And then he was eating. He was doing that type of activity. He was doing. Now what he has started doing is that Dhyana Yoga, because started doing Dhyana Yoga. That is called concentrating on certain object all the time. Then Dhyana Yoga Balam Labdva, by virtue of which he got the Balam. Buddhimanuttamam, Buddhi also, discriminating intellect also he got. Jagama Shashwatim Siddhim Param Nirvana Lakshanam. This is here. Here one question is that basically people will be telling that if you do Dhyana Yoga, because karma, here all this time what we have discussed so far is that Karma Yoga and Karma Sannyasa Yoga without telling the names. Here I will be telling, then now we will be explaining from the back of the story. If we begin to explain, if you are doing certain Karma Yoga and Karma Sannyasa Yoga, what in a simple form, if you want to understand, Karma Yoga is actually you will be doing certain karmas. What are those karmas? As I told you, it is not doing regular activities of the house or regular activities of the office. These are not the karmas. Karmas are actually Nitya karma, naimitya karma, which you are supposed to do. Beyond that, whatever good karma for the purpose of the society, loka sangraha is more important. That is, if you are doing that activity, that is called karmas. The karmas you are doing, yajna you are doing, or wherein dana is involved, charity is involved, that activity you are doing. At the same time, you are also having an aspiration. That is called karma phala also you are aspiring. That is not that just karma yoga only. And then when you feel that this is not, I don't want this one also. Karma phala I don't want. But there are some people who will be asking, I am working for the office morning to 10, 10 to 5, should I not expect salary? That is not being talked about in when you are working for an office and you are working and you expecting money is not wrong. You have to expect and you have to demand also, because you are doing the work and you have to getting the work. But here what we are talking is the karmas are entirely different. That is the biggest problem with management people. Management people will be this Bhagavad Gita they will be taking out, and management they will be interpreting for the purpose of the management. I don't feel that it is a correct way of doing it, because here the karma definition of karma is something different. Their definition of karma they will be entirely different. Anyway, that aspect we are not discussing. In here, karma is actually you do the work of you do yajna for the purpose of the society as a whole. At the same time, you will be having some interest in the punyam also. Both are there. Karma phala also you are aiming. So because of this reason, you are going to Swargaloka. It is like going to a resort. You have earned some merit. You are there in the resort for 3 or 4 days by paying money in advance. Once money is exhausted, you have to come back from the resort and hire hotel to what is luxury hotel to the house only. You have to come back. That is called Swarga. Swarga is another loka wherein it is a higher plane, better than Martya Loka, and there you will be enjoying the fruits of your happiness, fruits of your karma you will be enjoying coming back. That is Karma Yoga. Then Karma Sannyasa Yoga is something, actually you will be doing certain activity. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam we talk. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam means you will be gaining some skill, you will be gaining by virtue of doing this karma. What is that skill? The skill is, to be frank, the skill is how to escape from the cravings of the karma. Cravings of karma phala. That is called the skill, please. It is yoga karmasu kaushalam means yoga is nothing but in the karma you will be getting a skill. Doing a skill is there. No, the skill, attaining skill in karma is yoga, people will be telling. Doesn't mean that some people may be interpreting it as whatever work you are doing. With skill, if you are doing that itself is yoga, that is also yoga, but still in a better fashion, if you want to understand in a bigger picture, if you want to understand, you are attaining a skill. The skill is to escape from the cravings of the karma phala. If that is attained, yoga karmasu kaushalam. If that is there, what will happen? You will be feeling that you are doing your activity with the Ishvara Arpana, Bhagavad Arpanam. Whatever you do, the entire thing you do. You give a lecture, at the end of the lecture, what will be do? Kayena vacha, manasendriyeva, buddhyatmanava, prakute svabhavat, karomi yadhyat sakalam parasmai, narayana yet samarpayami. Everything is for God only. Then what will happen? You don't get either merit or you don't get sin also. You are doing some activity and thinking that it is destined by God, it is destined, it is ordained for me by the God, that I am supposed to do this activity, I am doing this yajna, I am doing today. And then what is right, it is not me who is doing, so many persons are coming, everything it is going on. I am an instrument in the hands of the God, you do it, and you don't aspire for karma phala, that you don't want yashoga. Then what will happen? You have crossed that Swarga Naraka concept, you have crossed. Something minor mistakes happened also, you are not responsible for that. That is, you are not responsible for punyam, you are not responsible, papam, you are not responsible. That is called karma sannyasa yoga. When you do that karma sannyasa yoga, what you are going to get? That is more important. People say that karma sannyasa yoga, you will be getting only purity of mind. That is called chitta shuddhi, you will be getting. You do dhanam. Dhanam you will be doing and forgetting it only. That is why only we come across a dhanam that is compared with Karna's dhanam and Shibi's dhanam. We will be comparing all the time. Let me see the time at least first. Oh, almost time is getting over. Karna, only because that has to be told, otherwise it is not complete. Karna, Indra comes there in the guise of a Brahmin and he will be asking that Kavacha Kundala. When he was asking Kavacha Kundala, because normally we feel that Karna is a great personality. Yes, Karna is a great personality. It is there. But still, original Mahabharata, Mula Mahabharata, if you begin to see, he will be asking Indra, why do you want it? And all this discussion takes place. And at the end of the time, he was willing to give, because I know that you are Indra, I will give you. But still, if you give me that Shakti Bana and I will give this Kavacha Kundala, he will be telling. Here, what he is telling is that he is swapping something, that you should not expect something from other person. Then that is a real dhanam. But here Karna and Shibi Chakravarti, if you begin to feel, Shibi Chakravarti was giving out everything, he is cutting his flesh and he was giving it to the eagle. Shibi Chakravarti story that is again there in Mahabharata. The Dhanam is something which you are not expecting something from other person. But Karna is expecting the Shakti Bana. He wanted that Shakti Bana. You give the Shakti Bana and I will give this Kavacha. That is very much very clear in Mahabharata. But normally we feel that he has taken out his Kavacha and he has given. That itself is great. We agree. We don't say that Karna's Dana is inferior. But when compared to Shibi's Dana or Dadichi's Dana, if you take into consideration, this Dana is very much inferior. Because you are expecting something. When you are expecting, then one more thing is that what he is giving is that the person who is a taker actually is not the person who is a person who doesn't need it. He is simply asking. You could have refused also, because it is actually when you are giving a dhanam, the dhanam is going to help some other person. If that is not going to help some other person, what is the use? Maybe that is helping Indra in an indirect form. In that way, if you justify, maybe he wanted to protect his son. Indirectly, it may be helpful. In that way, it can be justified, but still, he is asking something. He was asking, you give the Shakti Bana and I will give this. Then Indra tells, yes, Shakti Bana I will be giving you. Whom you want to aim at? Then he will be telling it is only for one person I am having in mind. Then he tells that one person will be taken care of by one more person. No problem, I will give it to you. He will take care. Now, that is here, that is a different issue. Here, the dhanam is more important. This karma sannyasa yoga. Karma sannyasa yoga, fruits of action, you should not ask and then you will be doing that one. When you get that pure chitta shuddhi or purity of mind, then if you start doing what is called dhyana and putting your all energies and efforts and all these things on a single object, then what will happen? You are in upasana. When you are in upasana, what will happen? Ishavasya Upanishad tells that when upasana is continuously there, you will be attaining upasya devata, you will be attaining. Still kalpanta, you will be there in that kalpanta, you will be in that upasya loka. And again, after the kalpanta, again when new kalpa starts, again you will reborn. And again rebirth is there here. But here, dhyana yoga balam labdva prapya buddhi manuttamam. He will be getting the jnana yoga thing he is talking here. Jnana yoga, how you can get, will be getting, just like that it will not be coming. Jnana yoga, it is called actually. Then one more shloka I have put it here, that Jnana yoga, that is important. Bhagavad Gita, it comes across. Those who attain this Chitta Shuddhi and then purity of what? Shama, Dana, Dama, Indriya Nigraha, and also Shamadhi, Shatka Sampatti, and if all these things, if he attains, then Tesham Satatayuktanam Bhajatam Pritipurvakam Dadami Buddhiyogam Tam Yenamam Upayanti. Like that he will be telling. Those who is in that path of Jnana Yoga and also having the bhakti towards me, then what I will be doing is that I will be giving the buddhi to that gentleman. And then by virtue of that buddhi, discriminative intellect, he will be distinguishing what is nitya and what is anitya. Nitya Nitya Viveka he will be getting at that particular point of time, by virtue of which he will be attaining. He is none other than me only. That is what Bhagavad Gita, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, not at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling. This is a krama mukti paddhati, like that we will be telling. Then here, then when then I will stop sharing. 2-3 minutes I will take extra, because this is a big subject. And then one more thing is that what we are telling is that Swarga, when Swarga is ephemeral, what we are talking, all this Yayati story and also this story of Mudgala, what we were discussing is that the Swarga Loka has a limitation is there for that. It is ephemeral. And again you have to come back. Then why are you talking of Swarga Loka? Why should we talk Swarga Loka? Directly we could have talked Mosham. And here, the question here is that what we have to understand is that, and a child is actually weeping for going to the school. When he is weeping for going to the school, you give a chocolate. He goes to with the chocolate, he will be happy to go to the school. The purpose of going to the school is not eating chocolates. That we have to understand. The purpose of going to the school is something more. That is earning knowledge. That for that purpose you are going to school. And here also the Swargaloka, because all persons, the common people cannot understand the concepts of all these things. That is why Mahabharata, or for that matter Vedas, what they will be doing is that they will be giving this Swargaloka, chocolate of Swargaloka, they are giving to the people. You take this Swargaloka, you take this, by virtue of which what is more important, that you have to go beyond Swargaloka. That is the idea here. Because because Swargaloka is there, you do yajnas and yagas. When you do yajnas and yagas, what will happen? Initially, you will be doing yajna and yaga. You will be doing with karma phala. Also, you will be doing. And subsequently, what is more important and then is that you should not restrict yourself to chocolate alone. What you have to do is that you have to learn something more. No, what is learning more here? The learning more is that you have to develop a sort of as attachment. You will be disassociating from attachment. Then what will happen is that karma phala sannyasa will be happening. When karma phala sannyasa is happening, then you will be having lot of freeness in your heart. Pure chitta shuddhi will be attaining. With that chitta shuddhi, what is more important is that you need to go for dhyana and all these things. Then buddhi, automatically it will be coming by virtue the grace of God. When buddhi comes, you will be attaining what is called moksha. You will be attaining. This is the karma padhyata. This is the chocolate level is elementary school level. From chocolate level, you have to go beyond that. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. That is again a great statement from Bhagavad Gita. Vedas will be talking all this Traigunya. Trigunas they will be talking. You go beyond that. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Here, the entire scheme of Sanatana Dharma, if you take into consideration, we are not saying that our scripture is the greatest scripture. We never tell. Even Bhagavad Gita itself, he is telling that it is a what is required he is talking about. Then you go beyond it. If necessary, discard Vedas, go beyond it. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. And that is the greatest thing. Normally, no other scripture, every scripture will be talking that any other religion for that matter, this is the greatest scripture, this is the greatest God, one person. No, not like that here. The scheme of Sanatana Dharma is giving such a freedom to each and every person. And again, the scheme of Sanatana Dharma is set. And you do dhanam is also more important. What we discussed so far is that dhanam is so important. Why dhanam is important is that, and I remember one great quotation from Eric Fromm, very German psychologist. What he was telling is that that person is that the person who is having much is not rich. The what you have given out of what you have is more important. Here also same thing. Dhanam is something that is a paradigm shift from. Normally we think that those who are having lot of money can alone give dhanam. But here Mahabharata says that it is not like that. What you are having out of which how much you have given is more important. This is a paradigm shift in Mahabharata. So the scheme of Sanatana Dharma is such that you have to do all these great activities because the Swarga is only a lollipop or chocolate. Beyond that you grow. Beyond that you grow and ultimately you realize yourself. That is the idea of Mahabharata or Vedas, whatever it may be. With this small, because this is a telling, because with limited knowledge, whatever that I have discussed all these issues. And now it is already 7:45 or 7:50. Now I leave the this one for questions and answers, please.
Thank you, sir. No, it is a great thing that we had this last lecture is very interesting. And in fact, all these lectures are very interesting because they are being told in the form of stories and then discussing dharma. As you already said that Mahabharata and Ramayana, both are, teaching dharma in the form of stories, what has happened, actually. So that's why even if you hear Ramayana and Mahabharata many times, you would like to hear again. So because that is meant for a common man in the form of stories, and also it is talking about good things like dharma. What is dharma? Okay, that is great, sir. And in fact, we want to keep hearing like this only, but we have some constraints, so we have to stop here. And if somebody wants to ask one or two questions, please do ask. Otherwise, put your questions in the chat box. We are going to have an exam at 8 o'clock. So keeping that in mind, one or two questions, please. Anybody? You can unmute, you are unmuted.
నాకు చిన్న ప్రశ్న ఉందండి. My question is, I think, so when Vedavyasa, why did Vedavyasa say Dhanam is greater than tapas? I think that probably was answered somewhere, but I'm not really sure whether I got it.
He was asking, Dharmaraja was asking whether Dhanam is great or Tapas is great, he was asking.
Yes, yeah.
When he was asking that question, Vedavyasa was emphatically telling that it is Dhanam is more great. It is greater than Tapas. Tapas is great. Tapas is actually you are involving yourself for your own purpose. It is here actually the social good is not there. Tapas is something wherein you are concentrating on your own. It is some sort of dhyana, upasana, tapas and all this is almost go together only. But you will be doing tapas for your own purpose. You are doing the tapas. Maybe not for social good is not there here. Dhanam is something where you are, dhanam is actually yajna, doing yajna and all these things. Because by virtue of which a lot of santarpana is there, dakshina is there, you will be giving so many persons, involving so many other persons also in the yajna. It is a huge social activity wherein everybody is being benefited and everybody is contributing. That is the idea here. That is again Vedavyasa is also telling, if you like it, you take it. Otherwise, don't take it. That is also there.
I see. So should we really understand that by Dhanam, obviously, eventually will be Chittasuddhi will happen. And because of Chittasuddhi, you will probably go beyond all these Dhanams and everything. And finally, you have to go inward into tapas for moksha.
Yes, sir. Dhanam you have to do. At the same time, while doing the dhanam also, you should be doing the dhanam with all humility you should do. It should not
Yes.
be actually for the purpose of publicity. And you should not never give publicity. That is why only some places they will be giving. Today's Annadhanam is being done by one unknown person only. Some person will be announcing in some places. They don't reveal their names also. They don't want their names also to be revealed. You do it and forget it. Do and forget. To that extent, if you go to that extent, then what will happen is that you will be getting a lot of chitta shuddhi. You will be getting your name should, why should your name should be there? So many persons have done this type of danas earlier, and you are doing a small peck only. You are doing. Then why you display your name, publicity, newspaper advertisement, and all these things are not required. What is more important is that Hiryadayam, Dhyadayam, Samvedayadayam, like that it is in Taittiriya Upanishad. We come across here each and everything. Even while giving, also you have to give with modesty. While giving dhanam, also what you have to do is that it should be given in secrecy. Only it should be given. Even your wife also should know. You should not be knowing for sometimes maybe. Are you, maybe of course that is a too much great statement because both will be contributing the cause of Grihastha Dharma. It's not like that. Maybe other person, mean your children need not know it. While giving the dhanam, you give the dhanam and forget it. To that extent, if you go to that extent, what will happen is that, and then you don't expect something from out of it, because I have done all these dhanams and good things, I have to get Sargaloka, I never aspire for it. Do it and forget it like that. Then what will happen is that you get Chitta Shuddhi. By virtue of getting Chitta Shuddhi, it is Karma Sannyasa Yoga. When you get Karma Sannyasa Yoga, then that is not sufficient, they tell. Then what is more important is that you have to do Ekagrata, Upasana. That is why only Bhagavad Gita we come across initially Karma Yoga, then Karma Yoga, afterwards that immediately Jnana Yoga we don't come across. Atma Samyamana Yoga will be coming. Then Atma Samyamana Yoga, then Dhyana Yoga will be coming. Ultimately, we will be coming, and maybe at the end, we will be coming across Jnana Yoga, Purushottama Prapti Yoga, and all these subsequent chapters. It's Karma Mukti. Like that, it is there. It is mentioned, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Dr. Visalakshi is there in our among us. Can you unmute yourself and video also? You know, Dr. Nagaraja Garu wants to meet you.
No, I have spoken to you many times, but I have not seen your face also, madam. That is, I wanted to see. Beyond that, nothing is there. And if it is okay, it's okay. Otherwise, some other day we will talk. That is also there.
Okay, maybe she is not near to the
Okay,
mic.
nice, sir. No problem. We can talk separately or video call. We'll take.
So I request all students to give your feedback to Nagaraja Garu, and I, on behalf of all of you, thank you, and you also contribute to this.
Thank you so much, sir. Because here it is a great opportunity to meet so many persons, to so many great scholars, and also the podium is also such that because here it is Veda Samskruti Samiti, great organization. A lot of social activity you are doing. It is a great class, and I am privileged to talk to you. This is also great.
Sir,
It
thank you
was
very
a
much, sir.
excellent study, thanks. And it is a great listening to you. Thank you so much. Very good. Lot of comments are coming in the chat box. Is it because it is not unmuted or what? You are unmuted. Okay. So thank you very much, sir, and we look forward for some more sessions like this. In fact, as many sections.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Gautamji. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. It was very great experience, sir. So we are fortunate enough to have you in this August group to listen to you, sir.
Yeah. And Lakshana Energy.
సార్ ధర్మ సూత్రాలు చాలా బాగున్నాయి సార్. మీ ధర్మ సూక్ష్మాలు చాలా బాగా అనిపించాయి. ఇంతవరకు ఆ యాంగిల్ ఎప్పుడు మనం ఆలోచించలేదు. ఎక్సలెంట్ సార్.
Excellent.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, sir. Can we go for exam, sir, now?
ఎస్ సార్.
Yes, sir. Okay. We look forward to meet you again, sir. Thank you very much. So now I will put the question paper in the chat box. All of you can double click on that and then you will get the question paper. Okay. So here is the question paper. Now the time starts after 1 minute, so that you can download, and that time you get 20 minutes. So you just have to, these are multiple choice questions. You will get the score immediately after your submission, and also the corrected question papers will be sent to your email ID.
Sorry, I can leave, no, sir. This is my.
Yeah. Tell me, sir.
I think I can leave, no, sir.
Yeah, you please, sir. Please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nagaraj sir. Namaste.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
So all of you got it. Lalita madam, did you get that question paper?
Yeah, I have got it. I'm just posting it in the WhatsApp group also, sir. If somebody says they didn't get it, they can, you can just tell them if somebody requires. I'll just keep.
I will. Okay, you can put it.
Yeah.
You can put it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, you can put it once again, sir. I have transferred to iPad because a cell phone is a very small one.
What do you want? Rimala, what do you want?
1 minute. Yeah. Close.
Okay, I will stop accepting answer sheets after 8:24. 20 minutes paper.
సరే ఇంకా క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ రాలేదు సార్ మాకు.
వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టండి
సార్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ రాలేదు ఇంకా.
వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టారా అండి?
మాకు రాలేదండి.
మాకు రాలేదండి.
వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో
పెడుతున్నానండి. ఇక్కడ ఓపెన్ అవుతా ఉంది. మాకంతా ఓపెన్ అయింది. ఒక్క నిమిషం అండి.
ఓకే.
Okay, నేను పెట్టానులేండి అయితే. You can see in that group also, it is there. So 8:25, at 25 we will close. I have a button here which says stop accepting responses. So if I press that, you will not be able to submit.
నాకు రాలేదు సార్.
నాకు రాలేదండి.
వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ చూస్తే వస్తుంది, లేకపోతే ఎక్కడైనా వస్తుంది, చాట్ బాక్స్ లోనే వస్తుంది. VSS second batch CCSD.
వాట్సాప్ లోనే ఓపెన్ అయింది మహోదయ. 2 పక్కల ఓపెన్ అవుతా.
Okay. read the question carefully and look for the correct answer. Later on, when you get the answer sheets, you also should know why the other three are wrong. Five minutes are over.
సబ్మిట్ కొట్టావా నువ్వు?
బాబు సార్ నాది
హలో
హలో బాబు సార్ నాది అయిపోయిందండి, సబ్మిట్ అయింది పద్మజారు ఎమ్మెల్యే.
హలో
ఓకే ఓకే మేడం. ఒగ్నూరు మీది సబ్మిట్ అవుతాను తెలిసిపోతుందిలేండి. ఇక్కడ చెప్తే ఎగ్జామ్ లో డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది కదా మిగతా రాసే వాళ్ళ కోసం అని దాన్ని ఇచ్చేస్తున్నాం అంతే. సారీ అవసరం కానీ వేరే వాళ్ళకి ఆ వాయిసెస్ వింటే రాసే వాళ్ళు డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతారు అన్నట్టు.
ఓకే సారీ అండి, చెప్పాలేమో అని చెప్పాము.
సార్ సార్ నేను పద్మజ త్యాగరాజన్.
చెప్పండి.
అది క్లాస్ కాగా నాకు అర్జెంటుగా బయటకు వెళ్ళాల్సిన పని వచ్చింది. నేను ఇప్పుడే మళ్ళీ తిరిగి వచ్చాను. ఇప్పుడు కాసేపు పంపిస్తానండి.
అవునా, సరేలేండి.
చాలా అర్జెంటుగా వెళ్ళాల్సి వచ్చింది, లేకపోతే వెళ్ళాలని కాదు.
సరే సరే, ఇప్పుడు అయినా స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. 8:16 అవుతా ఉంది కదా మీ దానిలో.
అలాగేనండి.
You have another 6 minutes or 7 minutes. Sorry, 7 minutes more. Another 5 minutes more.
సార్ నేను పద్మజ అండి. ఇప్పుడే చెప్పాను. ఇప్పుడే వచ్చాను నేనని. కొద్దిగా బయట అర్జెంట్ పని ఉండి వెళ్ళాను. ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నానండి. సార్ అమరేంద్ర బాబు గారు.
Actually, we'll go with our schedule. You can do it later also.
సరే చేయగానే పంపిస్తాను. ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. చేసి పంపిస్తాను.
Two minutes more. Submit before time, else at right time, accepting answer papers will be stopped.
Good morning, sir.
Cheppandi.
Sir, I have submitted the answer
Okay.
sheet,
Okay.
but it's not showing it. I did it before the time.
What is not showing?
Sure.
When I press the submitted button, sir, but it's got blank. I mean, I'm
Actually,
Anupama Bhardwaj.
if any question is left unanswered, then it will not accept submit button. Please
Okay.
answer all the questions.
So I have left 2-3 questions.
Don't leave it. Answer them also quickly.
Sir, I answered all the questions, but it is not going. Sir, I answered all the questions, but it is not going.
Maybe something else you have left it. It will go to that place and stops. If you have not fill up your PIN number, it goes to PIN number and stops there. There
You will get a
I
red
should write
button,
again.
a red point will be there where you have to redo or answer something.
Shall we
There will
send
be a
to
red button.
email ID?
Give email ID. Give email ID.
Shall we send to any email ID? Can you give any email ID so that we can send it there?
Lot of echoing is there, sir.
Give your email ID. Give your email ID so that answer paper will be sent to you. Corrected answer paper. Now, time is running out. 1 more minute. Submit it. After that, you can't do.
Only Padmaja Tyagarajan Garu said she left early because of some urgent this one and she joined. I think she'll be late by just 5 minutes, I think, more than. She just came and informed.
I will, they can, submit it once. I will open the window again for submission in the evening, 6 o'clock. That time they can submit it. Those who have.
అయిపోయింది 7 దాకా అయిపోయింది సార్. ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నాను ఒక
Oh, yeah.
అండి.
I think now I will stop taking the answer sheet. Anybody last chance? Okay, now I stopped. Not accepting
సార్
responsibility.
చేస్తాను సార్. చేస్తున్నాను నేను. పద్మజ అండి, చెప్పాను కదా, ఇప్పుడే వచ్చానండి.
Yeah,
చేస్తున్నాను.
you
7
submit
అయిపోయిందండి.
it when I open it again in the evening.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, don't be.
అంటే అప్పటిదాకా సబ్మిట్ చేస్తే వెళ్ళదా అండి?
Try it out. It will not go. It should not go because I am not accepting any answers sheets now.
అంటే
Okay,
మళ్ళీ అంటే ఏ టైంకి చేయాలండి?
I will put it in the, I think now today I will declare that at 6 o'clock in the evening, I will open it. That time you can.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Lalita garu.
Yes, Mahodaya.
We will do Prarthana and Janagana.
Yeah, Ananthan Garu is there.
I just want to just declare also that 273 Vanka Nagapriya got 21 out of 21, and 222 Jhansi Male and 282 Padmaja Ramalla. They got 20 out of 21, which is 100%. So congratulate. Let us congratulate.
Congratulations
all
to
people.
them, sir.
And a lot of people got 19, 18 and all. No.
Thank you, sir.
There is
Thank you
no,
very much, Andy.
there is no failure. All have passed so far. Oh, very good. Thank you.
Congratulations to all who have taken the exam very well. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Thanks, and thanks for participation and cooperation.
నమస్కారం అండి.
Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. మంచి
Prarthana,
పేపర్
please.
ఇచ్చారు.
Let us chant Prarthana.
21 is
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः
పరిపాలయంతాం
न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गो ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
ధన్యవాదాలండి అనంతన్ గారు. జయప్రకాష్ గారు, కెన్ యూ సింగ్?
నా పేరు సూర్యప్రకాష్ సార్.
సూర్యప్రకాష్ గారు.
ఓకే సార్.
సారీ.
నో ప్రాబ్లం సార్. जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गादा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद.
ధన్యవాదాలండి. I think you are in a hurry to go somewhere.
No, no, not like that, sir.
ఎందుకంటే జై 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 హే అంటున్నారు కదా.
లేదు సార్, అటువంటిది ఏం లేదు సార్.
Tomorrow also you please sing. Okay.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. It's
So-
my privilege, sir.
Yeah.